Hello, everyone, and welcome to Canon's Edge. This is part 3 of this short series that I've been doing here about Luke and attachment and the Mandalorian and Grogu and all of that. So, in the last episode, I talked about how Luke had built a very different Jedi Order and how attachment was actually a part of the new Jedi Order. It wasn't something that they banished. And this was all in Legends. And in the new Disney canon, it looks like he's going with a very traditional Jedi Order, trying to build that. And then we spent some time on Malachor and the World Between Worlds portal and how Ahsoka got plucked out of her imminent death into there and where she might have gone from there. So, Daisy Ridley and Rosario Isabel Dawson have signed onto future Star Wars projects. I think they'll be forming the new Jedi Order, or whatever may be replacing it. It's been theorized that the light side Force users might be called Skywalkers, and that's a solid idea that also ties into some Thrawn material, and I think it's all where Star Wars is going in general. And I totally approve. I think Disney's doing a great job with this new canon. And I think I might know what they're doing. For them to both be, I believe they're both signed on to 3 projects. And I think Ahsoka and Rey will find a new path forward similar to the path that Luke Skywalker had found from Legends. Oh, and by the way, did anyone else notice that Luke called himself a legend in The Last Jedi? Yeah, was this some kind of subtle hint for where we're going moving forward? Because Disney found that fans really like the Legends content, and we are totally geeked out when we see it going into the canon content. That's why this podcast is called Canon's Edge, because we're always right on the edge of that. Right somewhere in between Legends and canon. That's where I exist. That's my happy spot. Because I love the canon books. I love the Legends books and the movies, and I love all of it. There's enough hate to go around. I just take all of it and love it in some way. Some parts I love more. Anyway, back to Grogu. He decides to leave Luke, which was like pretty adorable. It was kind of like, screw you, man. And perhaps follow a path of a Mandalorian instead of a Jedi or something else. Luke told him that a short time for him would be a lifetime for somewhere else. And it made me think, did Grogu figure, well, hell, I can be a Jedi later. Right now, I need my Mando. This must have been quite a blow for Luke, but we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes, for Luke anyway. Best I can tell, the new Jedi Order, or the Skywalker Order, or whatever it might be going to be made up of, I'm having a hard time talking today. Whatever it might be made up to be, will consist of Ahsoka, Rey, Ezra, and Grogu. All people who aren't quite Jedi. Oh, and Thrawn and the Chiss, and, they're Skywalkers as well. Who else is there? You know what I mean? There's not a lot of other options. It seems like we've been whittled down to a few Force users who are definitely using the light side or who are definitely not evil. And Ezra, did he become a Jedi? I think it's debatable that technically, no. Technically, Ahsoka had been a Jedi and she's no longer. Grogu was going to be a Jedi. That's to be determined. And Rey, is she a Jedi? I know that she was all of the Jedi. But going forward, Is that who she's going to be? And if so, if the Jedi are going to continue, it's not going to be the old order. It's not going to be Luke Skywalker's order. It's not going to be Yoda's order, or anything that had existed for the 1,000 generations of the Jedi religion. Something completely new is being written. And I think it's going to have a lot more attachment in it. I think Anakin wouldn't have been Vader if attachment wouldn't have been forbidden. Like he told Padme, Jedi are encouraged to love. But paradoxically at the same time told, you can't be attached to anyone you love. And that was what Luke said to Grogu. You'd be giving in to attachment for those you love. Nobody wants that, right? Like, I totally get it. I understand the idea of it, is that as you become attached to someone, you will think out for them instead of others, and you won't do good for others. But then, in that case, if you got nobody to anchor yourself to, didn't the Jedi who trained younglings and stuff, they had friends, they had close friends. They may have said they weren't attached to them, but the Jedi definitely had people they loved. It was just forbidden to talk about. And that's sad. It really is. And it was especially sad for somebody who had to just live a lie like Anakin did. Ahsoka saw all of that. I think she's going to end up meeting up with Rey at some point. Maybe in her series, maybe in the Ezra series, maybe in whatever Rey has signed up for. But she's going to show her that I think attachment could have been a good thing if it wouldn't have been so frowned upon. Maybe the Jedi would have lasted forever if they could have had families and grown up with them. She knows a lot about attachment. Rey does. She lived a life isolated. She probably doesn't want to go back to that. She wanted to take Ben Solo's hand. She healed him. And he healed her. And their dyad saved the galaxy. And probably a lot of the universe too. Thank you for listening to this 3-part series that I've done. In the future, I have episodes coming out about kyber crystals and Yoda's lightsaber, and some of the comics and how they explain the difference between Adegan crystals, kyber crystals, and our interpretation of how lightsabers work. Anyway, you guys, thanks for listening. May the Force be with you.